Well, there's an old man on the loose from the institution, and he's on a bicycle. Look at him. He comes to a stop, and down he goes. Down goes Sleepy Joe, all the way down, hard and fast, like his approval rating, all the way down, and he fell hard. Look at that. He fell really hard. What a disgrace. You know, and they're blaming it on Vladimir Putin. They say Putin pushed him off the bike. Putin pushed him off. What a disgrace. You see everybody trying to help him, and nothing worked until they brought over a little girl with a big, beautiful head of hair, and he took a sniff and popped right back up like nothing happened. This is what Build Back Better looks like, folks. Nothing is built, nothing is back, and absolutely nothing is better, believe me.
All right, guys, so if you didn't know, and the only reason you don't know is because you're living on a rock, but the President of the United States, Biden, had a little accident today as he was bike riding in Delaware with his wife, Jill, and he fell off his bike in probably the most embarrassing way possible. Take a look.
Hey, Dr. Biden, how was your anniversary?
Yeah, so obviously that was a super embarrassing moment, as it looks like the president fell off his bike or fell over on his bike. That's a more accurate description of what happened, because he got his foot caught in one of the pedals, right? The pedal has this little strap on it that keeps your foot lodged into the pedal, and it looks like he forgot to take his foot out, and he fell over, right? Yeah, so normally, again, this wouldn't be a laughing matter, okay? If a president falls over on a bike, I mean, the dude could have had a heart attack, right? He could have had a stroke, right? It's kind of hot outside nowadays. So again, normally it wouldn't be a laughing matter. However, this guy is the same guy that campaigned on how physically fit he was to be president of the United States over Trump.
Some people are always in a hurry. They run when they could walk, race up steps when others take it slow. When Joe Biden's president, America is just going to have to keep up.
Look at how he steps and look how I step. Watch how I run up ramps and he stumbles down ramps.
Yeah, so, you know, at the time, okay, most people who were paying attention, particularly those on the right, knew that Biden's claims about his physical fitness were a farce, right? Everybody could tell that the guy was losing it, that he is frail, okay, and that he basically could kill over at any minute, right? That is what we were saying. However, there were some people in the mainstream liberal media that were denying this, right? People like Lil Brian Stelter, who actually came out here and ripped right-wing commentators like Ben Shapiro for suggesting that Biden was physically unfit or not well to actually be president of the United States. And he cited Joe Biden riding a bike, right, as evidence that Biden is actually fit enough to be in office. And this segment didn't really age well. Take a look.
The contrast in knowledge of events and issues, mental acuity, the contrast between Trump and Biden is striking. It's why they're keeping Biden in the basement.
I actually don't believe Joe Biden is working out of his house. I believe he's working out of a nursing home or an assisted living home, because that's what he needs.
The big problem for Joe Biden is that he is falling apart. He's just falling apart.
He's not really running for the office. It's the communists that he picks as his number two who will be running America within 3 months after he is sent to the long, long rest he has worked for all of his life. You know, a blanket over his hips, around-the-clock sweets, around-the-clock care. The man needs the care right now. I pity the man.
My physical as well as my mental.
Every day, this is what's airing on the radio. There's Michael Savage saying, I pity the man. There's Mark Levin saying, I think Biden's in a nursing home. What the heck is going on these programs? Look at what Fox News saw on Saturday at Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. This is Joe Biden out there on a vigorous bike ride. Not wearing a helmet, but definitely wearing a mask, by the way. Fox's narrative and talk radio's narrative for months has been that Joe Biden is falling apart. You just heard Ben Shapiro say it, falling apart. And there he is riding a bike, out for a bike ride. And Fox, of all networks, is the one that showed it happen. Look, we are.
That guy is an idiot, bro. Brian Seltzer actually bring his idiot on television. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close. This man is stupid. This man is dumb. Okay. Yeah, he tried to use Joe Biden riding his bike successfully with a mask as proof that Biden is physically and mentally well enough to be running this country when, again, it is clear that he's not. The guy cannot complete a sentence. He can't. Okay, he can barely get around. This guy should be in a nursery home. Okay, he should not be running this country, and the Democrats know it. That's why they're actively looking for a replacement, because they know he should not be running the country. But one thing I will say, right, and this is probably the worst part about this whole incident, to be quite honest with you. Biden did look physically fit when he was getting up, because apparently there was something there, right, at the scene that prompted Joe Biden, after he fell, to find himself very quickly and to get back up. Something excited him. He must have whiffed something in the air that he tends to like, right? That made him get up so quickly. Take a look.
Joe Biden, wake up.
It's like any other job.
Yo, happy Father's Day tomorrow. Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, so that's super creepy, right? And the reason why is because, again, this is a 78-year-old man, okay, almost 80. When a 78-year-old man falls like that, you don't expect him to get up that fast, right? Again, I got to give him credit for getting up that fast. And he had credit until I saw why he got up, what he did immediately after he got up. Immediately after he got up, he went up to a little girl, right? He went up to a little girl. Now, again, you wouldn't think anything of this if it wasn't for Joe Biden's history of some of the comments that he's made about his interaction with little kids, right?
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
And again, this right here, in my opinion, seeing him, go up to a little girl, that's the first thing he does after he, falls like that. Again, I just think it's weird, right? I got a whole lot of questions about that, okay? But hey, at least the man got up, okay? But we all know that this man falling like that, again, brings up serious questions about, is this guy mentally and physically fit enough to be in office? I'm serious. I'm not trying to be petty about it. I mean, the guy clearly mentally is not there. And this right here seems to be maybe a physical issue. Who knows? Maybe he, forgot to take his right foot out of the pedal. Okay, maybe his leg muscles weren't working or something. Who knows? Right? Who knows? But I think it's safe to speculate that there's a problem, because if Trump was to fall over like this, right, what would the mainstream liberal media be saying? They'd be saying, oh, this is a sign that Trump, right, suffered a stroke, right? That he's clearly not physically fit for office, right? The fact that he fell off a bike. That's what they'd be saying. That's what they'd be saying. But when Joe Biden does it, though, they're going to say, oh, Joe had an accident, and that's it. They're not going to ask any more questions about, okay, this taken into context with everything else that we've seen from this guy over the last, 2 years that this man's been in the spotlight ever since he decided to run for president. This is a pattern, right? This is a pattern that the American people should be concerned about, that the guy that has the highest office in the land, he can't even ride a bike without falling off. He can't complete a sentence. He can't do anything. This man should not be riding bikes. He's too old, right? He's too old, and they try to roll Joe out there and try to make him look like he's fit, okay, and that he can be president when it's clear that he can't. It is very, very clear that he can't, and this is why we should seriously consider age limits, right? We should seriously consider age limits. I'm so serious, right? This guy is really making a strong case for that, and term limits as well, too. So let me know what you guys think about this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.